Welcome to our love story. This is by no means the usual clan that you frequently encounter in TV dramas. The two took the stage, performing the first awkward dance in a century, getting closer as their feelings heated up. Under the dazzling and confusing lights, they spent a romantic evening, but good times are always too short. Luckily, their homes were in the same direction, giving them a chance to share secrets until suddenly stopped in the way. He told Little Fish to look up at the sky, as good things were about to happen until a jumbo jet flew overhead. Little Fish finally understood surprise, but just as the boy reached out to confess, Little Fish vanished again, like a ghost. The next morning, turned back into a boy, and Little Beauty called him to her grandma's shop to tell him about the ancient Egyptian lover's ring. And the other half of the ring was in the New York Museum, but unfortunately it was going on auction tomorrow. This might be last chance to trade for it, but couldn't understand why he had to return the ring. He was wearing it just fine, but Little Rice explained that only by returning the ring could the trapped person continue their journey. Maybe it's about reincarnation, or being trapped in the ring. He didn't want to be bound again, or just kick the bucket. In any case, the trapped person would feel relieved, and realized he had fallen deeply for this girl. He didn't want to trap her forever, but when he got home to tell Little Fish about her, he found that the girl had set up a romantic room for him, giving him the courage to pick up the guitar again. But after the performance ended, changed his mind, terrified that the girl might chat to because of it. The next day, while Little Fish accompanied them in the love room, Little Rice texted suddenly, perhaps just as Little Fish saw it, and realized he couldn't hide it any longer, so he had to come clean to the girl, which made Little Fish feel deceived. Anne was filled with doubts. He wanted to say something, but Little Fish didn't give him the chance. This made Little Fish feel deeply deceived, and her mood became heavy as she witnessed the girl continuing to complain incessantly. And finally realized that his actions were too selfish, only to make himself feel good. He had decided on his own to keep the girl with him forever, without ever considering he couldn't be by her side for a lifetime. After all, the girl wouldn't grow old or die. So to ease the tension, took off the ring. On the other side, Little Beauty couldn't wait for him's reply, fearing she would miss the chance to exchange the ring, so she rushed to the school to find the boy. She was shocked to find the piano in the music room playing by itself. Instead of being sad, she looked forward to meeting him. She discovered the ring right next to the piano and snatched it up, putting it on her finger immediately. As their conversation deepened, Little Fish learned more secrets about the boy from Little Beauty. She said that he was actually very lonely, especially since his father passed away. He had become even more silent. It had been a while since she last saw him laugh heartily. Perhaps it was Little Fish's arrival that gradually helped him escape from his feelings of despair. Meanwhile, Alm's mother noticed her son's odd behavior. Although she didn't know what was going on, she advised him to stay rational. He should always stay alert and make the right choices. Perhaps his mother's words woke him up, and finally understood. So the boy quickly called the museum, pretending to bid on the lover's ring, successfully getting its ID. He hurried back to school, anxiously informing the girl that the ring had not been released from inventory yet. Perhaps there was still a glimmer of hope for them. Soon, with Little Beauty's enthusiastic assistance, the trio arrived at the museum in May, but the locked museum opened like a floodgate before them. Following the item number provided by him, they quickly found the other half of the lover's ring, but once the two rings came together, it meant Little Fish and him could never see each other again. I really want to cry. I really can't bear for them to part. I'm really yearning for it. I'm ready, and I really want to cry. I really can't bear for them to separate. I'm so desperate. I really want to cry. 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 If you're willing, I might need a shoulder to cry on. As long as you have a desire for me. And again, they missed each other. When the boy returned home in despair, that annoying girl didn't pop out anymore. He picked up the photo album next to him and was shocked to discover that the previously blank pages were now filled with new pictures of Little Fish. She had graduated from university and become the pilot of her dreams. Not only did she excel among women, but she also ended up with her childhood sweetheart, happily living as a family. And after watching the entire movie, I was really sobbing like a baby. I truly hope and Little Fish can be together, but maybe from the beginning. The director hinted at the ending. Initially wanted to put the ring on his ring finger, but since the ring was one size too small, he could only wear it on his pinky. This perfectly encapsulates the essence of fate. Two people in love still can't connect. They couldn't bridge a gap of a century, which mirrors modern love in its own way. How many loving couples cannot make it to the altar? At that moment, I suddenly understood. True love isn't about trapping each other in amber time, it's about letting each other grow into their complete selves in a broader world. Yet it defines fate's deepest commentary on perfection. Subscribe.